Hello indie game lovers, nerds and nerdettes, my name is Feniks and this is Indie Game News. Today we look at base building and survival genre. Don't forget to check the video description for additional information. Time for the updates of already released games. The Long Dark new survival update, Vigilant Flame, has been released on Steam. We'll see a new addition of the Hushed River Valley. There's a multi-level region that connects the mountain town. The new region is full of waterfalls, rivers and streams. It is hard and challenging area, but the players can find some natural shelters, and they also should keep an eye for supply catches and a mysterious signal flame. We'll now see new manual cooking system. Cooking no longer happens via the progress bar. Now players will be able to place cookable items on the hot surfaces and containers, with each item requiring different time of cooking. You can cook multiple items at once if you are able to pay attention to all of them. Be careful as items can be undercooked, burn or boil over. It is very similar to the way Project Zomboid handles it, from what I have seen so far. The whole cooking process is operating via radial menu placement, which developers are planning on utilizing more. Finally, we'll see a buffer memories, new narrative tool that adds some displays on the computers available in the game, shedding some light on the events that led to the disaster. In the future they can be used to reveal hidden locations and mysteries. Rimworld Unstable 1.0 is now available for testing. As you can expect, it comes with a lot of changes. You can now build bridges. They can be built on top of the rivers and non-deep lakes and oceans. They will support majority of structures. With addition of bridges comes soaking wet debuff, which is a result of crossing rivers directly. We'll see messages tab in the history window that archives the messages you have received and helps you keep the track of all of them. The players can now craft plate armor with the appropriate research. We'll see a lot of work added to the raids, most importantly balance, making the progression smoother. We'll see some additional groups and the changes to mechanics. Cypher was split into two new units, Cypher Close Combat Specialist and Lancer the Fast Sniper unit. There has been changes improving and speeding up caravanning, making it smoother and easier to grasp. Factions now see a new relationship type, the Ally. Keeping a good relationship with the faction is now more important and meaningful. We'll see a few new buildings. A watermill generator generating power from the flowing water, autocannon, a heavy range turret, fabrication bench that allows you to craft advanced components and some advanced tech items, developer added waterproof conduit for transmitting power under the rivers, and few more. We'll see a couple of new incidents, trails, for instance a tunneler allowing your colonies to stay forever underground, and the players will be able to enjoy more items, a new terrain type, soft sand. A part of that we'll see huge improvements, tons of bug fixes and optimizations that will only continue as the tests on the Unstable branch are on the way. Embark update version 0.3 is available for itch.io. The game comes with brand new UI and the textures making things more readable and cleaner to look at. The game introduces back the old research tree that is much more intuitive than the previous one. We'll see improvements to military UI, introducing new controls more intuitive to real-time strategy players. It will also be used for both fighting enemies and hunting. Talking of military, you now have access to ballista and catapult, which will allow you for some powerful defenses in the late game. The game now allows you to capture wild animals and bring them back to your base, where you will be able to tame them. The game changes the way rooms work. You can now create animal pens that don't require doors or roofs, and they will still act as a room. Room will also have now more stats, like temperature that will change depending on the conditions both inside and outside of the room, and the base around it. Kingdoms and Castle Grand Buildings update is here. Game introduces several new buildings to the game that will act as monuments for your little kingdom and provide your citizens with powerful buffs. We'll see Cathedral. Cathedrals provide happiness to your citizen in a very large radius and occasionally may put the fear of God into the hearts of Vikings and convert them into peasants. Grand Libraries, a part of providing you with happiness, increase the power of all your smaller libraries in the kingdom. You can also research upgrades from your Grand Library. Finally, the Bath Houses, that are much cheaper than other grand buildings, but require supply of water and provide happiness on a slightly smaller scale. The players will have access to the happiness overlay that will show them at glance which areas of city need a bit of love and care. Finally, developers buffed dragons quite a bit, making them more viable threat in the mid and late game. From the small updates we'll see addition of 7 new languages, Polish, my native language including, addition of rebuild bottom on the destroyed buildings, and a lot of tweaks and improvements to performance. Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulator sees the update 16, the first solid update after a full release of the game. We'll see reworked awareness and base planning. Now each new colony adds 2 awareness points per day, increasing your chances of colony being discovered by demons. Players can reduce the number with the research and designation of some colonies to look at spots. The works have been done on scavenging multiple locations, streamlining and speeding the process. Crafting has also seen some work done, making process less of the hassle. Players will see addition of few new weapons, mainly pistols and bows. Judgment left early access in May this year, so I am pleased that the game is still getting some new content. Currently it's sitting at 84% positive review score on Steam. Okay, time for announcements of upcoming games. Depraved is announced to come out on the 20th of July. In Depraved, you are the leader of the pioneers in the Wild West. You are about to start your adventure in the procedurally generated world with only one carriage full of resources. Select a suitable place for your first settlement and produce building materials from Mother Nature or by trading to create a new home country for your residents. The happier the residents are, the faster your town will grow. You will supply your residents with food and water so that they don't starve or die from thirst. You will have to protect them against the weather and against the illness by supplying them with clothes and firewood. You will have to face the numerous dangers, storms, illness and bandits, and also your own residents can become a danger if you don't meet their needs. I like how it sounds and the time frame. I don't think we have many Wild West colony builders out there. However, it is early access product released by the unknown developer. I suggest waiting for a couple of reviews, and ideally even couple of months to see if there is any work being done before you jump on this product. Final news of this month is the game that no one wants to see getting a full release. Stonehearth is about to leave early access after a long development. Stonehearth gathered amazing support on Kickstarter, over $75,000 from more than 22,000 backers. The game released on the early access in June 2015 and has been worked ever since. However, the ambitions of developers were greater than their skills and experience. The game promised a lot and it attempted to be an advanced 3D modern take on Dwarf Fortress. Developers realized during the production just how complex AI algorithms are and how difficult it is to optimize those. In Dwarf Fortress community, the ongoing joke is that the FPS are the final boss of the game. The game without the graphics struggles to sustain the living world, so I can only imagine what a nightmare doing that in the 3D must be. In the end, after over 5 years in development, team passion is gone, and people are ready to move on. Don't get me wrong, the Stonehearth developers aren't scammers, they didn't take people's money and run away with it. Team dedicated 5 years of their life to bring something to us. In the end, they fall short of what they set themselves to do, and many people feel disappointed. However, failing is a part of life. I am sure that many lessons have been learned in here, and I personally hope that they can find a passion in a new project, this time hopefully in the more manageable scope. Okay guys, that's it in this month indie game news. If you know of any other games that should be featured in next month update or you release the game yourself, please contact me at write2feniks or tweet to me at Feniks_gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe for more. Nerds and nerdettes, my name is Feniks and it was a pleasure to have you here. Take care.